Hey everybody, and welcome to Gravy Flips, where we flip furniture, video games, and collectibles to try to make some extra money for our side hustle. Today I'm going to be getting into the in-depth knowledge about flipping things locally, more specifically on how to use Craigslist to find items to sell on Facebook Marketplace, and how to use Facebook Marketplace as a way to sell locally. I'm also going to be talking about a spreadsheet that I use to kind of track my purchases. I'm going to be showing you guys how much I've made over the past 2 weeks while I've been on paternity leave. I'm also going to be getting into some pretty cool things that I picked up for free or close to it on Craigslist and have sold for over $600 the next day. So please, if you're looking for a way to try to build your extra income and you're sick of doing Uber Drive or picking up food for other people, then please stick around my channel, and this is a great place to learn how to make extra income for your side hustle. All right, everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of Gravy Flips. Hey everyone, so you might be wondering what do I do to find items on Craigslist that I can resell. As you can see here, I definitely recommend having at least an 80-mile radius from where you want to look. One thing you can do is you can click on the for sale items, and that'll showing you everything that you can get. I scored a free zero-turn riding lawnmower. It was a Toro that I ended up offering the guy $50. He said he had like 30 responses within 30 minutes. I'm constantly checking this throughout the day to see what's up. I'm curious what this is going for. This might be something I make an offer on. It's an electric zero-turn. But I got something like this the other day for free, and I sold it for $700 the next day. So you always got to be looking. I was actually just watching a movie with my wife, and I don't know how I missed it, but I was sitting there looking at the free section, right? This is where I spend a lot of my time, and someone posted this in Peru, New York for free, and my heart just started pounding. This is not something that you find every day. This is a 6-piece full leather sectional with power reclining. If I get this, I've messaged him like 3 times. If he messages me back and I get this could be like a $500 to $1,000 item. It's got a little bit of wear here, but oh my god, what a find that would be. It blows my mind what people get rid of, and I'm really always looking for items that I can resell. Here is in Plattsburgh, New York. Here's a bunch of free padded envelopes. Those are good for the shipping part. I try to avoid couches like this that are just 3-person couches, but I've actually done pretty okay on futons like this. Recliners don't really go very well. Grills definitely don't, but the idea is just to be always checking Craigslist. I make so much money finding items for free on Craigslist or for close to it, and then flipping it on Facebook Marketplace. So here we go. Here's a GameCube. I think this is actually I recognize this table. There's a reseller in Burlington, Vermont that I see him post all the time, so I'm pretty sure that's him. And you can tell if somebody's already a reseller because, like, you know, they'll price things out like this, and they'll tell you. Like, I've seen this collection up for a while. It's in Littleton, New Hampshire. It's like 92 PS3 games plus the console or whatever for 300 bucks. It doesn't sound that bad, but he's really kind of milking it there. I don't know. It really is just a game of just like cat and mouse. I really hope this person gets back to me. That would make our entire weekend of sales. Like, oh my gosh. A couple weeks ago I got one like that for $100, and I ended up keeping it because it's unreal. Let me see furniture. I've been having a lot of luck lately buying sectionals for like $200 to $300 and selling them for $600 to $700. Especially these IKEA ones. If you can get these IKEA ones, the Fryetten models, for like $100 to $200. One time I got one for free. You can sell them for about $400 because they change into beds. They're pretty fancy, but dressers tend to do okay. Four stools like this. These kind of 4 stools do okay as well. I'd never pay any money for them. You normally just get them for free. But to do that, you really need a good size SUV or a truck. Definitely avoid things like beds. I wouldn't recommend that at all. I'm probably a little bit too late to this whole sectional thing because it was posted like 2 hours ago. For good stuff like this, you gotta be quick. And another thing you can do is just like come in here and change around the settings. So if you want to make it even bigger, just kind of zoom in a little bit. Boom. Change the location. What that does is it gives you a little bit different results. And some people are really into scrap metal. If you're into that kind of thing, I mean, heck, the money can be really good. So I'm just gonna sit here and keep waiting to see if that person for the sectional gets back to me. Alright, so here is the zero turn that I picked up a couple days ago. I was sitting on my bed just kind of chilling, watching a movie with my wife, and I saw a post with a picture that was similar to this. I took these pictures for my own listing, but a guy from a pretty wealthy part of Vermont said that he was getting rid of his old Toro Z-Master and he just wanted to get rid of it for free. I couldn't believe it. He said it worked, but the deck needed a new pulley system. So, I mean, I don't know how much that cost to replace it, but I definitely saw some resale value in that. I mean, the engine runs. So I messaged him within 9 minutes, and he ended up texting me saying that I was second in line, and he texted me like 30 minutes after he posted it, and he said that he had like 25 to 30 people who had reached out to him. I couldn't believe it, so I was just like, hey, if I can jump the line, I'll give you 50 bucks. And at first he was hesitant because he wanted to hear back from the guy who messaged him first. You know, that's something that really drives me nuts, is like, yes, there's integrity, but like when you're posting something like this, it like first come, first serve, it should be based on who's willing to drop everything and go and get it, you know what I mean? So I ended up offering him 50 bucks, and within like 10 minutes he kind of gave in. He's like, sure, if you can come get it now and you give me 50 bucks, sure, why not? So I got there, we put some starter fluid in the air filter, I think that's what it's called, and as he said, this thing started right up. In fact, you can't push these things without like without doing some work to the hydraulics, I learned. You can see the brake right here. And so he parked it up in my trailer for me, and I posted that night. When I got home, it started right up for me, and I posted it on Facebook Marketplace for $1,500, and a guy messaged me saying that he could be there in the morning and the next day for $700, and the guy ended up getting a new battery, and this thing starts every time you start it. So Since I followed him home and brought it to his house for him. He paid me $20 extra. He only lived like 10 minutes away, and so I made $670 profit off of this, and that was just one sale in like one day, you know. And that's why I'm always like checking Facebook and Craigslist, because you never know, man. If you're one of these people that just focus on video games or a certain niche, like, you're really leaving money on the table. If you can start to broaden your horizon, or if you're one of those people that just sell on eBay, you know, and you're not doing a local game, you're also leaving a lot of money behind. So if I only sold on eBay, I would not have been able to do this. Or if I only sold on Amazon or Spotify or you name it, I would not have found this amazing buy. So let me show you a stupid little video of me riding around like a lunatic. Alright everybody, I thought it'd be a cool idea to show you how I keep track, or how I've been keeping track since I started doing this since the 16th of September. I made this little spreadsheet just so that you guys can see what I'm doing with like in-person stuff. So what I've been doing is I put the date, I just kind of leave a little note for myself to remember, you know, in-person sales I do. I picked up an Xbox One X for like $250 that I sold within a day for $350, so I included that in here. And I just keep an eye of like where I picked it up, where I had to deliver it to, if I had to deliver it, and how much profit I made. And this isn't including gas, like I haven't taken out any gas. But gas is a whole nother thing. You gotta keep in mind. But essentially I've picked up what, around 20 couches and sold around 20 couches. I picked up one for $300, I sold it for $600. I picked up some washing machines that I sold for $550 within the same day. It was pretty cool, so that netted me $280. This is my pickup location right here, and I just keep track of that. If somebody delivers something to me, or if it's like on the way, then this is that. But a lot of the times I try to combine trips. So if I'm getting some video games, I try to bring the trailer so I can pick up some items, because the more you can pick up on a trip, the more stops you make, then the better off you are. I live about 40 minutes outside of any real urban area, so I have to drive 35 minutes one way, and I try to combine that. So from from September 16th until the 29th, I sold $4,102 worth of furniture and goods locally. I am not including my online sales or my W-2 income as a teacher, but when I divide, there's like literally 2 weeks here, so when I divide 4,102 by 14, it gets me a total of $293 of daily profit, which is actually pretty good. And what I really like to see is if I multiply 293 by 365, this kind of gives me an idea of how much I would be making profit for the whole year. Okay, and remember, this right here adds up all the profit. I'm not adding up all the sales price, not the revenue, but the profit. And if I can profit $106,000, you know, that's a serious amount of extra cash. My wife used to work at a local grocery store. I wouldn't take home a third of that, you know. I make half of that as a teacher, and I really try to do that $300 per day of in-person sales, because it really kind of puts me at that 6-figure income. And this is what it looks like over, you know, 2 weeks. So if you can replicate this every few weeks, you know, you got to see in here there's a couple outliers like the Toro Zero Turn, which I've gotten into in this video, and just, you know, sectionals are my bread and butter. But if you get something hot that, you know, sells quickly, not hot as in stolen, but hot as in like there's a demand for it, like an Xbox Series X or a PS5, you can just go ahead and sell that locally and just rake in the $100 cash. Because like eBay fees and shipping or Shopify or Amazon, they really kill you with the fees. And just making a straight up, you know, 40% on the money, that's a good little flip. So as you can see, I've picked up some couches that I haven't sold yet. Those are my storage units, but I'm pretty sure, actually no, these, yeah, I'm pretty sure that they will sell pretty quickly. These are the ones that haven't sold here. Like a dryer that I got from my friend Rob, a 4-piece sectional that I've got. I'm actually be giving this one away to someone in need. So, you know, we're not, us resellers, we're not always heartless animals. You know, sometimes we do help out too. So I'm giving this to someone who could use it. And yeah, so that's what the spreadsheet looks like. If you want to replicate this, have at it. If you want me to send you a link, I can just copy and paste this into something, and you guys can kind of use it yourself.